What's going on, guys? Mark from MT Finish Mobile Detailing. Today we're going to show you how to dry off a car properly, and also we're going to show you tips on how to avoid water spots. Make sure to like and subscribe, stay tuned to the video, and let's get it. All right, guys, so now we got a Model 3 coming in right now, fresh out the lot. What we're going to do is wash the car, and then after that we'll show you the tips on how to dry it and also to avoid water spots. Alright guys, so now we're gonna wash the car. If you want any more tips and tricks on how to wash the car, check out the latest video that we just dropped. So right now we're gonna work from top to bottom. The reason why we work from top to bottom is to avoid any swirl marks or any debris. You don't want to bring all the trash up from the bottom to the top. So right now, that's what I'm doing. Put that in the bucket. Alright guys, so now we finished washing the car. Now let's rinse it and then I'll show you the process. Alright guys, so now we finished rinsing off the car. So there's a couple methods on how to dry it. So there's one, you could do the drying towel method. Two, the blower. And when you do the drying towel method, make sure to use a drying aid such as a bead maker, punch it, something with lubrication so you don't scratch or swirl the surface. The second thing is the blower. The blower is my option. I think that's the best way to go. It's fast and efficient. So we're gonna be using the Eagle blower on half of the car, and then the other half will be drying it to show you the process. All right guys, so now I got the Eagle blower. We're gonna do a separate video on this, on product review, but I'm gonna show you how I dry it with the Eagle blower. So. All right guys, so the second option is drying towel. This one is from, I think this one's from Max Shine. And then obviously we have Punch It from Shine Supply. This will be my drying aid. So what I'll do, spray per panel for lubrication, and then come through and dry off the car. This will be a good tip for summer, because everything starts to dry up pretty quick. So the drying towel is efficient as well. The only issue about drying in with the towel is that you're not getting all the water from the nooks and crannies, so you still have to come through with the blower, and you'll have a lot of drip marks, and then you don't want the clients complaining saying, I don't want to go to that guy anymore because he leaves drip marks everywhere on my car. So now we're drying the remainder off. The towel, you can only go so far. So right now the towel is not drying over this cracks right here. It's leaving a lot of water access behind. And for me, that's not a good thing, because you don't want clients saying, hey, there's water dripping everywhere. So next thing I'm gonna do is blow off the car from the wheels. All right guys, so the cons about using a towel, you can't hit everything with the drying towel. So for right now, if I try to hit these wheels, it's going to be really time consuming. There's a lot of water, a lot of drip marks everywhere. So this is where the blower comes into play. This is why I prefer the blower over the drying towel method, just because it's more fast and efficient. And check out the process on how quick I could dry the wheel off. So that took me about like 20 seconds or less just to dry out the wheel. And if you're gonna use a towel method, it's probably gonna take you about 1 minute to 2 minutes each wheel. Plus it's gonna leave a lot of drying, or actually it'll probably leave a lot of water spots behind. So I definitely wouldn't recommend that. This is more efficient. So let's go and dry out the rest of the remaining cracks that I missed with the towel. All right guys, so you've seen the drying process and how I dry it off. So if you guys don't have any DI water in your local area, if you're a detailer just using a client's water hose, the key to not having water spots is working fast and efficient. Say if it's a black car, say if it's this car actually, we're out here in Ontario. So when we're in Ontario, California, the water's a little bit more harsh. So when if I use the customer's hose, rinse it off, agitate it, and then after I'm trying to do the drying process, I would stick to the blower or some type of blower. It doesn't have to be Ego. The drying towel method is going to take a little longer and it's going to take a little bit more time, so you're going to be battling the water spots. But also there are products out there, like Adams makes a soap that has water softeners inside the soap. So I would definitely recommend that. If you do not have a foam cannon, a pressure washer, or your DI water, try to use a soap that breaks down those minerals and softens up the deposits or minerals that's in the water. Another thing too, so we didn't have any water spots or any streaks on the surface just because we worked fast and efficient. But if you're working more slower, you're gonna have a little bit more issues. Say for instance, you're gonna have water spots on the windows, on the wheels, on the body of the paint, the trim, and this is gonna be a lot more time consuming trying to fix those issues. When I first started off detailing, I was using clients' water hose, our clients' chemicals, and when you start doing that, you're starting to waste a lot more time because you don't know what the chemicals are, you don't know the water, how soft it is, how hard it is, and you're gonna start fighting those kind of things. So that's why it's best to know your chemicals and also know your water and also your tools. If you use them properly, you could be efficient and more profitable in your detailing business. And if you don't use that, if you start just shooting in the air or just start doing a lot of random things, you're not going to build yourself a system. You're just going to be all over the place. So if you do get into detailing, I would recommend going with a system. For me, I pick Shine Supply as my system. So I use their carpet cleaner, their water spot remover, I use their soap, I would use their protectants and all that, just because there's a system to it. If you start, I'm not against going different places on buy different chemicals, just make sure to use your system and what works for you. I'm not saying Shine Supply is going to be working for you. It is a little bit more pricier, but for me, it's more efficient, and I really know their products really well. So that's what I would say. All right, guys, so now we dried off the car with no issues. What do you guys use in your detailing business? Do you guys use a leaf blower or do you guys use a towel? Drop it down in the comments below. I like to see you guys' process and what you guys do and what you guys use. And then it's always helpful for the detailing community and also me for just sharing the tips and tricks, and we can all learn from one another. All right, guys, so another tip for water spots. There's 3 stages of water spots. There's 1 that you spray on the car, it could be wiped off. 2, it could be buffed out. And then 3, that's where you don't want to mess with that kind of issue, just because you're gonna have to wet sand. For people that are newer, I don't recommend wet sanding because you could burn a clear coat. So when I say wet sand, the water spot is etching into the clear and it's already on there on the surface, it's etched it. So you're gonna have to do is buff it out, sand it out. It's a long process and sometimes clients don't want to pay for that. So there's easier ways to remove water spots. For the second part, if you had a 2-stage water spot, you can use an acidic detailing spray or you can use a compound to rub it off. We just had a client that had a matte finish paint. It was a Mercedes and it was matte, so where it was a little issue and how to remove it, you can't polish it, so you're gonna have to use your chemicals. That's going back to what you know about your detailing products. So what I did in that situation, I used acid, diluted 4:1, and I just use it as detailing spray. And then when I use that detailing spray, make sure it's in the shade And then what we did is just lightly neutralize it after using it so we don't have any staining, or the acid just keeps working into that clear coat. Because once you start ruining the matte paint, you can't go back. You're just gonna have to respray it. So definitely know your chemicals and know how to take care of them. If you guys have any concerns or comments, drop them down below and I can always share my knowledge with you. All right guys, so now wrapping up the video on how we dry the car off and also tips to avoid water spots. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned to the videos. We're dropping them every week. And also follow us on Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it.